News coming in regarding fans' favourite Roberto Firmino or Bobby Firmino as we call him. Don't know why I just said Roberto. Excuse me. It is 8:50 in the morning. But yeah, so it's Roberto Firmino, isn't it? Yeah. Hang on, yeah, it's Roberto Firmino. God, it is too early in the morning. Anyway, welcome to Live at Bird TV. Liverpool's planned Roberto Firmino succession project to begin amid the 19.5 million transfer link. It has been presumed by many that after the departure of Mane and the extension of Salah, the Brazilian would pursue the third way that had been open to all three players and simply run down his deal before leaving the club next year. It says here, as he embarks upon his 8th season as a Liverpool player, Roberto Firmino will do so, no doubt, feeling like the odd one out. For so long, the Brazilian, who goes into the new campaign just 2 goals away from a century of Liverpool strikes, has found his name mentioned in the same breath as those of Mane and Salah, players who arrived at the club in years that followed. His signing and who combined to form one of the most lethal striking triumvirates, God, I've never heard a word like that before, the game has ever seen. It wasn't just their fortunes on the pitch which was linked either, their futures were too. Earlier this summer, all 3 players stood to leave Liverpool in 2023. Then Mane left for Bayern Munich 1 year early and Salah committed his futures for 3 more campaigns. It says here, in truth, it is the way that the vast majority of supporters would have gone if they had to make the would you rather decision. But what of Firmino? It's been presumed by many that after the departure of Mane and the extension of Salah, the Brazilian would pursue the third way that had been open to all 3 players and simply run down his deal before leaving the club next year on a free transfer when he will be closing it on his 32nd birthday. This is why I've got a feeling that this offer will be accepted. You've got to look at it like this. We've got Carvalho that can play in that role now, right? You've got Jota, you've got Firmino, you've got Nunes, you've got Diaz, you've got Salah. And it depends if it comes too good of an offer to refuse. Now, £20 million for a 31-year-old is bloody good money. If they up that, the Brazilians, to say 28 million, considering that's what we paid for Bobby Firmino, I can see the offer being accepted. Italy, Juventus, Serie A. Bobby could play there for 5 seasons. He's not quick. He's never relied on pace, so he would play that role absolutely brilliant. I think that's what Juventus are seeing here. So if he does go, he will go with our blessing and our love. Will we go in for somebody? Probably, because I know Klopp has said that he will only make a move if we sell or players get injured. Now, would he want to lose Bobby? But again, it's FSG. It's our financial clout. This 20 to 25 to 30 million we could get for Bobby Firmino is again a massive chunk towards Jude Bellingham. It will pay for the Jude Bellingham deal. If you factor in Nico Williams, then you factor in Taki Minamino, then you factor in Grujic, you factor in who else have we sold? There's been say Oxlade-Chamberlain, say Nat Phillips, say they all go. You're looking at nearly paying, and then Bobby, you're paying for the Jude Bellingham deal out. And we are the most well-run football club on the planet. And I'm not being funny. £20 million plus for a 32-year-old next year. I think we'll take it. And do you know what? Bobby's been amazing for us. And it just goes on to say, with Premier League goal outputs in the single figures in each of the 3. With Premier League goal outputs in single figures in each of the last 3 seasons, just 20 in all competitions across his last 2, and the striking talents of Jota, Diaz and now Darwin Núñez available to Jurgen Klopp, it would indeed be a little surprise if Firmino were to follow Mane and walk away as a Liverpool legend next summer. All of which has raised the possibility that Reds look to shift Firmino for a free now, with weekend reports immediately suggesting Juventus want the Brazilian to replace Paulo Dybala, who's joined Roma. A fee of 19.5 million has been mentioned, and while there are sure to be those in the corridors of powers at Anfield who wouldn't mind seeing the club bank such a sum in the year they've signed Diaz and Núñez, any suggestion of a sale is sure to fall on deaf ears with Klopp. The Liverpool manager will still be relying on Firmino in the upcoming campaign, both to be a key part of the club's attack and presence who can shape the next generation of it. because despite Nunez's recent 4-goal heroics in a 5-0 friendly with Leipzig, it's still far more likely that the Uruguayan will be slowly introduced into the red side at the beginning of the season. See, I don't agree with that. I actually think that if Darwin Núñez starts against Man City in the Charity Shield on Saturday and scores and looks on fire, I think he'll be our first choice along with Salah centre forward. So it'll be them two as the main three. It'll be Diaz and Carvalho and stuff like that. Maybe Diaz. That's our best three now. Well, then Jota, you've got to factor into that as well. But I honestly do believe that if they up that offer, Juventus, to 25 to 28 million to 30 million even on add-ons, even if they say they structure it to say 30 million but 5 million a season, it's a great deal for Liverpool. We've got to remember, and I've said this from day one, that we love Bobby, we love Mane, we love Salah, but there's an expiry date on each one of them, and Liverpool have to do what is best for them to financially make them be able to bring in the next three. So like Darwin Núñez, we got that because we sold Mane. So again, can we bring in the next big player? Because like Jude Bellingham, for example, when we raised funds from getting, I mean, to get the money we got for Mane was incredible considering his age and what we paid for him. We more or less got back, and he was at Liverpool for 6 years. It's the same with Firmino. 7 years he's been here. If we can get the same fee we paid for him 7 years ago and sell him as a 31-year-old, unbelievable. I don't want Bobby to go because I absolutely love him and I love his song. All I'm doing is giving you a fan's point of view from the news that I'm hearing, and the news is that, basically, I think if Juventus come back in, they're going to need a replacement for Paulo Dybala anyway, then this deal could certainly happen. Morning, Paul, mate. I've just seen your message. No brainer, he has been a great player for us. Yeah, exactly. If they come back in again with a bigger offer, I can see him leaving, but it is what it is. Give me your thoughts and feelings on this video. Will Bobby leave, and do you think we should cash in to fund a major deal in the summer? You'll never walk alone.